Peace. Okay, so I really have been vibing on something we was talking about in our study session last night, and that is praise, right? We talked about praise last night and the voice. And during our sessions, we do a study of the metaphysical meaning of different things. And last night, we got into the metaphysical meaning of voice. And what came up during the study is that your voice, it's at the center of your thyroid gland, which sends, important bodily fluids and messages throughout the body, showing you how important the voice is and also how powerful the voice is. When you speak, you're sending vibrations through your entire body. You're sending it through, you also sending it out into the universe. So what you're speaking definitely makes an impact and get things to moving. Additionally, when you're doing things like singing or yelling or shouting or praising, those type of things, is that much more vibration. And so taking the time, I know one of the things that I really loved about church was praise and worship service. Like, I just loved praise and worship service. I grew up born Baptist, Southern Baptist. So I would love the praise and worship service. It was just something about it, it was a whole vibe. Can get the emotions all stirred up if you got something good flowing, through the songs and the worship. But also, thinking about, our music choices a lot of time, what we find ourselves humming on and listening to throughout the day and singing throughout the day. We have to be careful with what we're singing, even subconsciously. If we're not consciously creating energetic imbalances because of what we're listening to and what we're singing, subconsciously it's having an impact. Music is meditation, so you have to just be careful with that. But for the most part, what I really been vibing on is, let us not get away from the value in giving praise, even singing praise, like getting back to that. Y'all know when I'm from the South, so most of my people Christian, we Southern Baptist, we Pentecostal, we Kojic, and the church service used to be, full of good music, where you let out those praise and worship songs and you really in the mood of gratitude, and it's just very powerful when you actually open your mouth and give praise. Peace, sis. I hope I see you sometime soon. So yeah, the power of the voice, the main message here, I won't be on here for long. I just wanted to speak the word since it was in my spirit. So whoever is here to catch it, may it be caught. But understand that energetically, scientifically, the voice is powerful. It carries life, literally. The voice box is between, as we were studying last night, between the thyroid glands, which pump out chemicals that are extremely important for the body. And it being in that place, it just shows you, whatever vibration is coming from that, it's seeping into your very being. So the words that you say, is seeping into your very being, and it goes out and extend into your atmosphere. And so be careful. Watch your mouth. Speak life. Be careful about the stories that you tell. Be careful about how your narrative, the narrative that you accept about your life. Be careful about the story you tell about different things that's happening in your world. And just because something is happening in a certain way, you have the power to change the story around it. You have the power to change the narrative around it. You have the power to speak that situation is working out in your favor. You have the power to speak that you will receive the things that you desire to receive out of situations, and out of the different things that you're going through in life. And so just acknowledging that and then utilizing that power. And also, first of all, utilizing the power, but also being careful with your tongue. Being careful what you're talking about. Being careful who you're talking to. Being careful what y'all talking about. Being careful about the music that you find yourself singing all the time. Being careful about, even if it's family, even if it's friends, if they are hell bent on having a conversation that is not life-giving, that what we deem as negative, that's, robs the life out of whatever the situation they're talking about, cease to have the conversation. Do not be a part of it, only be a part of life-giving conversations. And it'll get to the point, because some people are so comfortable in their trauma and drama that they will stop liking to talk to you. I don't like to talk to you because I just be wanting to vent, and you don't be wanting. You be always talking about what's the solution, and are you always positive, and can't nobody be that positive, can't nobody be that happy, can't I just vent? I'm not the one. I want you to learn how to call me when you want life to be spoke over the situation, when you desire to speak a solution, to allow the Most High to tell us, to guide us and how we're going to get out of that situation. I'm not the one for you to call to vent. I'm not the one. We have to be, first we have to be that for ourselves, and then we have to stand in that, and it'll train our people in our lives. The people who love us, they'll, maybe it'll be different for them at first, but they'll understand it, and they'll see the light that comes from it, and the beauty that comes from it, and the healing that comes from it, and the life that comes from it, and they will value that. And then they will be the ones that's calling you for life giving. If they want you to speak life, they'll call you. Don't be the one that people call and always wanting to dump their stuff on and just vent to. They want to just really waddle in that lower vibratory type energy in conversations. Don't be that one, because believe it or not, you think it don't impact you, but it does. It definitely does impact you. That's why those type of people, you feel drained. You feel like, oh my gosh, I was just so ready to get off the phone, because that stuff is lower vibratory. And when you trying to vibe high and somebody try to bring you down and keep you down in that low vibe, it is tedious. It's like dragging you on a tedious journey. So the power of the voice. Open your mouth and speak life over your life right now. Speak life over those situations you're dealing with. Speak life over your money. Speak life over your health. Speak life over your children. Speak life over your home. Speak life. You have the power to shift and mold your life through the power of your voice, through the power of your mind, through the power of your actions, through the power of your internal work. You have the power to shift and mold your life. And one of the most powerful tools that you have is your voice. And so when you feel like you out of balance, make it a point to close your mouth. Okay? You don't have to stand your ground all the time. You don't have to tell people about what give people a piece of your mind. You don't have to close your mouth. If it's not speaking life over the situation, if it's not a solution in the situation, bite your tongue. I just went through a situation just recently. All that day, I was getting warnings. I didn't even know that the Most High was cautioning me that something was about to happen. But I ate a salad and I bit the bottom of my tongue. I was like, anybody ever bit the bottom of your tongue? How you bite the bottom of your tongue, sis? You hungry? Then I was eating something else by the end of the night. I bit the other side of my tongue. Most High, I didn't even realize the Most High was telling me, look, you about to get in a situation where you're going to have to bite your tongue. You better bite your tongue. I didn't. Here I am, standing in my ego, giving peeps my mind, telling them how it is, standing my ground, saying what I got to say. And Lord, I tell you, it felt terrible. It was draining. It wasn't solution oriented. I just felt terrible about how it all unfolded. And it was just and I'm grateful it happened, because now I'm conscious about it, biting my tongue. You don't have to say everything, unless it's life-giving. So now I'm really focused on, whatever I'm saying, I don't care what it is, if I don't agree, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna just be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet, because when I open my mouth, it's not life-giving, I don't even want to say it, and it takes discipline. It takes you being devoted to your to you speaking life and being insistent upon. This is something that came out the session last night too, affirmation. I am insistent upon aligning with my source. I am insistent upon lining up, aligning with my source. And my source of life is life-giving. It's eternal. It's merciful. It's graceful. It is poised. It is abundant. It is opulent. It is love. It is joy. It is peace. It is power. That's my source. And I am insistent upon aligning with that. So my words need to align with it too. My voice is going to align with it too. And as I am putting out that power into the universe, I am going to be calling life into my world. Not lack, not doubt, not fear, not none of that. None of that is worthy to be placed on my tongue. This power box that I have, this voice that's in the center of the thyroid glands, which shoots out vibrations and chemicals that stem throughout the whole body, you know, programming your body, your very being and your atmosphere with your voice. If we knew how powerful it was, then we will be more careful, and we will also exercise our power a little bit more. So I started this little chat off with saying that last night in our session, we talked about the metaphysical meaning of praise. Let's get back to that. Let praise be on our tongue. Let our voice be a voice of praise, a voice of gratitude, a voice of life, you know. Let it be that. And praise can be in song. I'm specifically saying in song, you know, let's sing more, but sing more of gratitude. They don't necessarily have to peace. It don't necessarily have to be gospel. Gospel has some beautiful songs of praise, but you know, it's all type of artists who have some life-giving music. NDRE have some beautiful music. Lundrell is an artist that has some beautiful music. You have a few people out that has some life-giving, some good music. I was just praising to my playlist. Give thanks. But yeah, that's what I you know, watching your mouth, only speaking life, and praising more. Like, you know, let's get into it, however that looks, you know, but giving thanks. You know, praise is when you give thanks. Give thanks more, you know, spend more time giving thanks with your voice. Shoot, if you don't know how to sing, make a joyful noise. You know what I mean? Just open your mouth and sing, you know, dance, clap, you know what I mean? Drum, stomp your feet, you know, giving thanks. It's a beautiful time to be alive. You know, we are blessed beyond anything we could ever imagine. And many times we've prayed for different things that have come to pass in our lives, and how often we forget how great, you know, the Most High, the Creator, has been. You know, the fact that we are even one with that source of life, and have that source of life indwelling within us, that can help us to get through many things, you know, we forget. And so if you give that praise and give that gratitude, it does nothing but come back. It does nothing but come back. Yes, praise is what I do, even when I'm going through. Absolutely. Ashe. Let us keep praise on our tongue, and watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't got to say everything. Watch your mouth. All right, y'all. Peace and love. I'm out.